The connection between a child and its parents at the soul level. Before I move on to that, I would like to just talk about my own experience, what I learned and what I experienced when I became a mother, and what I learned as a healer, someone who works with energies of people. So a lot of women came to me who could not get pregnant, could not conceive, or could not hold the child in a normal pregnancy. And from there a curiosity came in to see what happens in the aura of a woman, in the energetics of a woman, and why she's not able to hold a child or conceive a child when so many people conceive children when they don't want to conceive. So one by one all these women started to conceive and hold the children, and went on to become mothers, sometimes of 2 or 3 kids even. What I observed in the process was that a child is not conceived through your genitals into the womb. The child is first conceived in the heart of the mother. The heart is the universal networking point. This is where the soul approaches. First, the heart has to be knocked at. And when the soul knocks at the heart and the door of the heart opens up, that's when the soul of the child and the soul of the parents is ready to connect. So there are times when you will, as a woman, experience that there is this being knocking at your heart's door. As a woman, you might have noticed that there is a being knocking at your heart's door, sometimes even for years before you have actually conceived it. And many times you may not even conceive it, but it keeps knocking. So the soul connection of the parents and children, it begins at the heart. And once the heart is connected, once the woman has realized that she would like to have a baby, or sometimes due to the vibrational mix of the children and the parents, it's an explosion and the parents just conceive the child. The heart connection takes place, the conception takes place, bam, it's a huge explosion of consciousness. Once the heart has fulfilled its duty, the soul begins to descend. It takes many years for the soul to completely descend into the human body. It's not so easy for an entirety called soul to descend into human body. It takes a minimum of the first 7 years for the soul of the child to completely descend into the body, and then stand here in the present moment, and from here create the life that it came to create. The parents are an exceptional source of opportunities and challenges for this soul. Before the child comes in, the parents and the child or the children have already decided what opportunities the parents are going to be and what challenges the parents are going to be. Because there's no one else other than parents who can create challenges. They are the most challenging people because they are the closest we know. We come from their blood and flesh. Emotions are raw. Our auras are connected. It's when there is such a thick mesh of energetics and physicality that the challenges are really challenging. So the soul connection between the parents and the child is about using the opportunities that the parents have come to be, or the child has come to be for the parents, and taking up the challenges and observing whether the child or the parents were able to release most of the challenges, to be able to release the contracts that they had bound themselves in and go beyond these contracts into the expansion of life. Sometimes not only do we spend this lifetime meeting up the challenges that our parents are for us or we are for our parents, but sometimes we spend many lifetimes. So the first and the primary connection between children and parents is of soul, is of being opportunities and challenges, and the physical is only a byproduct. So most of the times when we talk about conceiving and pregnancy and childbirth and raising a child from a very physical point, it sounds spiritually, universally immature, sometimes even primitive.